I'd like to welcome everybody who has actually come to campus to view this and everybody who's viewing it virtually. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule today to participate in this wonderful event. And as Tom mentioned, this is a special Master Lecture Series presentation in partnership with the Orange County chapter of the Project Management Institute. And it is definitely my pleasure to introduce our speaker today, Greta Blasch. Greta is a certified project manager, holds an Agile certification and business analyst certification from the Project Management Institute. She has extensive experience as an executive and consulting IT professional. Her areas of experience include program management, project management, Agile Scrum development with emphasis in the areas of system implementations and conversions, and maybe she can explain what that is, customer relationship management, data warehousing, and business intelligence. Greta has taught project management certification courses worldwide and has served as Vice President of Education and Programs for PMI's Southern Nevada chapter. She is currently, and since 2012, served as the Academic Outreach Liaison for PMI Region 7. Her topic today is on effective project management and is titled The Basics of Good Project Management. So I'll turn it over to you, Greta, and have fun.
Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm looking forward to being able to do this presentation, and especially because it's a joint effort between the Orange County PMI chapter as well as Cal Southern University. As we talk about the agenda, obviously when you talk about the basics of good project management, we probably need to go back and first identify what is a project, and then what is project management, and how it applies as a life skill as opposed to those of us that are professional project managers. And I'm really not sure what that really means, actually, being a professional project manager. Depending on what we're doing, what type of projects, as she alluded, I've done a lot of different types of projects. In fact, one of the things that I just did was I installed a phone system. Now, why? Because I had to have it as part of a call center implementation that was part of a CRM project. So depending on what has to be done, you use the skills, the basic skills of project management to manage those efforts. We'll talk about the phases of a project, and those of you that are actually PMI certified or project managers will realize I'm not using the formal project management terminology here. I'm talking about this as being something that people can do in their everyday life. So we have a starting part of a project. We have a planning where we figure out what we need to do and how we're going to do it, and then we actually do the work. We perform the work, and at some point in time we have to finish it. Now, unfortunately, most of us don't finish projects the way that we talk about being able to do. So we'll spend a little bit of time on that. One of the other areas that I want to talk about, because project management is not just a technical skill, but project management also has a lot to do with some of the competencies as an individual, as a leader, as a person. And so one of the things that we all learn is that even if we can put together a Microsoft project schedule, we may not be successful in being able to do the project. There's some additional skills that we need to have in order to do this. So we'll talk about some of those competencies and the fact that PMI has actually added an entire appendix to our book that we use to be able to talk about these various skills. The last thing that I hope to be able to get to today is talking about the Code of Ethics that the Project Management Institute has asked us all to sign, which is basic. Basic types of things that we say we will do. Some of them are mandatory type of actions. Some of them are just kind of think about this and do what you can. Aspirational is the word that PMI actually uses. And we'll talk about that and how those can apply to everyday life, not just as a project manager. So let's talk about what is a project. Well, by definition, a project has a beginning and an end. And it also creates something that is unique, whether it's a result or a product or a service or a document. It's unique. Well, but if I have a project that I'm building a house, and I'm a house builder, why is it unique? Well, because we all know every